Now is a field product manager in Johnson&Johnson Medical here in Rome, in Italy. So thank you, Vito, for coming.
Thank you all for being here. And as Professor Sasso said, I'm speaking about the career and career development in another phase of pharmaceutical industry, that is the sales and marketing. So I'm going to do an overview about the career pathway in my company, but generally in all the pharmaceutical companies in Italy and Europe. Just a brief presentation about me. I'm Vito Palatino. I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I have a small daughter called Ginevra, and I'm field product manager for Johnson&Johnson Medical. Johnson&Johnson has a particular profile because it's not a company, it's a group of companies, a family of companies. Are about 52-54 companies inside the Johnson&Johnson group. It's been founded in 1886, so it's a company that is 128 years old. It's based in 60 countries and gives a job to 130,000 employees. And the revenue is has been in 2013 about $62 billion. So as you can see, it's a huge company. It's like a big state in the pharmaceutical industry. But we can divide Johnson&Johnson in three branches. The first is Johnson&Johnson Medical, is the part in which I work. It is involved in the surgical care area, so it sells medical devices, drugs, diagnostic instruments for all the surgical specialties. It is also involved in vision care and diabetes care, so it's a huge part of company that is involved mainly with surgeons. Then there is Johnson&Johnson Consumer. Maybe it's the well-known part of the company. The major brands are listed in Vito, Rock, Palatino, and so on. So it's a part of the company involved in oral, skin care, baby care, OTC drugs. And finally, there is the pharmaceutical part of the company that is Janssen. Formerly it was Janssen-Silag, and it is involved in oncology, immunology, cardiovascular, diabetes care, metabolic disease. Let's speak about my career briefly. I graduated in industrial pharmacy in 2005, July 2005. Then, after 1.5 months, I got the opportunity to work with Menarini Group, which is a big company, Italian big industrial company, as pharmaceutical sales representative. Then, after 18 months, I got a great opportunity to be a part of Johnson&Johnson community. So I got a job as a product specialist in J&J Consumer. Due to great result in sales, I had the opportunity to work in UK as a sales development manager. Then I came back to Italy as a field sales trainer, and now I am field product manager since September 2012. A field product manager is a particular role because it is a hybrid between sales and marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is everything you do to improve the sales. So you produce tools, plan events, congresses, you transfer the value to a customer about your product or service to increase the market share of the product. So my job particularly is made of developing the marketing plan, the strategy plan to improve the sales of a specific brand. That is made of producing marketing tools like leaflets, brochures, gadgets, or everything the sales force needs to improve the sales. It's made of coaching and teaching and training the sales force. And finally, I am also I'm accountable for the major accounts in my territory. So I'm involved in tender management, bid request. I'm involved in sales for big customers. That's make sales for several millions of euros. But what are the main skills to do these jobs? First is the communicating skill. So if you want to work in marketing, but also in sales, you need to have good skills in marketing, in communicating with people in different levels. So you have to speak with surgeons, pharmacists, with buyers, and with your colleagues in sales. So you have to choose different keys of communication. So you are also able to have a public speaking, to have a relationship and customer care. Then it's important to understand technology and also why and what the customer wants by your product, your service. So it's important to have a 360 degrees vision of the market. So the competitors, the strength and the weakness of your products. So it's an interesting area of marketing because you have several skills gathered from the sales experience, gathered from the marketing that let you be able to understand fully the area in which you are working for. The team working is important. Earlier he said that network is important. In this job particularly, because the team working, the network, doing something for the others, it's important because you gain reliability, you gain also leadership with influence. And so it's another important part of this job. And finally is the strategy, the ability to create a medium to long-term strategy is important because without strategy in each job you can do anything. And that enthusiasm and humor is fundamental in marketing because you have to transfer the love for your job, the love for your product and for your company to the sales force and to your customers. So these are closed by an analytical thinking, logical thinking that are important to understand fully the people that you are speaking with and the market in which you work for. So what are the career pathway in a company like Johnson&Johnson generally, but also in other big company like Johnson&Johnson? Firstly, the basement in the sales are the product specialists or pharma representatives. That is the base of sales career. But there is a basic difference between these two profiles. The first is that pharmaceutical representative in Italy must have a scientific degree. So you must be graduated in pharmacy, biology, medicine to be a pharmaceutical representative. Instead, to be a product specialist is not necessary by law. But then we can see, we will see that there is a fundamental difference between someone that is an economist or someone that is a pharmacist in this job. After you are a pharmaceutical representative, you could be a field sales trainer. That is a job in which you are a coach, a trainer, a teacher for the sales field force. So you can transfer your knowledge, you can transfer your empathy to the sales force to get more job effectiveness day by day. Then there is field floor manager, as we speak a bit earlier. And at this point, you have two choices to do. The first is to be a product manager that is fully employed in marketing area, or key account manager, so you are accountable only for big customers like big hospital, big chain of distributors or dealers. And finally, you can become or a marketing manager that is the head of marketing, or area sales manager that is responsible for a huge area and so is a team manager like a marketing manager. But let's speak more deeply about the basement of the sales in a pharmaceutical company, that is pharma rep or product specialist. As I told you earlier, you must have a scientific degree to be a pharmaceutical representative, but not for product specialist. But in my experience, it's important to have a huge knowledge in science, pharmacology, in surgery, in every area of the drug science or the science. Because if you are a psychologist or you have a degree in economy, yes, you are nice as a salesperson, but probably you can speak properly with your customers that are pharmacists, surgeons, medical doctors, biologists. So I think that a scientific background is a must to have. So the skills, the main skills are really few to be a good pharma rep or product specialist. The first is customer relationship and customer skill. So you need to be able to establish a relationship with them. Because if you are cool, there is no pathos in your job, you not succeed at all. Then really relevant scientific background for me is important. So I think that who is graduating pharmacy or biology has more chance to be a successful sales rep. Planning and strategic skills. So if you don't have a strategy, a plan, you can do anything more than 1 or 2 months of your job, because this job is made of sales, and sales needs a strategy. Execution, because yes, you can have a good plan, a good strategy, but you must be able to execute it to get your goal, to get your target. Negotiation skills. Remember, this is a sales job. You are a salesperson, so you need to be a good negotiator, because negotiation is the bulk of the sales process. Team working again. You are a part of an organization, so you need to work with other people, with your colleagues, with your supervisors. And finally, you have a target, sales target, so you must be result oriented. And so I have to say that another skills is important. In this job, the salary is good, pretty good. But if you make this for money, you can resist maybe 1 year. Then it became really a bad job. You are unhappy. You became really frustrated, because the job needs a lot of enthusiasm, passion, and you need to like it. So money is important, but it's not the driver to do that. Any question?
Thank you very much to Vito, because also gave us another perspective. So many other opportunities in pharmaceutical companies. Also, there is this part which was not touched upon before. So if there is any question for him, I'm sure he will be happy to reply from the audience. Yes.
Excuse me. I read that you found a job really quickly after you graduated. What was your approach?
Yeah, I would like to make a link with what they said earlier. I studied after my graduation about how to write a good CV, a good resume. So we have a great resource that is the web, the internet. So you can find lots of tips and tricks to write a good resume, a good CV. So before to send a CV, I have studied the basic way to write a good resume. So that's because they called me for a job interview. Then you need to go prepared to a job interview. So firstly, understand what is the job description, so what you are going to do. What is the company, what is the main products, because they ask you, what do you know about our company? What do you know about the job you are a candidate for? So it's important to know several elements before to go to the job interview with HR. So to answer your question, 2 steps: prepare the CV and prepare about the job position and the company. That's important.
Okay. Other questions for Vito?
Yeah.
Yes.
Curiosity. Do you think they are still hiring in Johnson&Johnson today?
Unfortunately, Johnson&Johnson in this moment we are...
When is the last time they hired someone, do you think?
Oh, in December.
In December.
In December.
In Italy.
In Italy, yeah, I'm speaking
in
about
Italy,
Italy,
yes.
yes.
This is,
But at the moment, the situation is not good because we are linked strongly with public health. And probably you know that the public health is under the attack of the government to cut costs, and so is under the spending review. So our sales in Italy is not going so well. So for the moment we are not taking no one.
I was used to...
But
I'm
there
sorry,
are
but
other opportunities in other countries.
exactly in Europe, in particular,
Johnson.
for if you want to make a scholarship, or you can make if you want to make an abroad experience, there is several opportunities. If you go on jnjcareer.com, you can find several positions abroad. In Italy, at this moment, there is nothing.
Okay. Other questions? Maybe for Vito? Okay. If not, thank you very much again. Now we proceed with another young person.